Oh, good morning. This is where we slept last night. No one coming.
Continue on State Route 14.
Big pullout over here. I was thinking of different pullouts down the road. All of a sudden I saw this big one here. I'm like, okay, that's it. Pulling over here. Less than 15 minutes of drive time. I'm like, this is good for me. All right, we're gonna go to Bingen. I don't know how to pronounce that town, the name, but we're gonna go there, get some fuel. I think we'll get to our delivery place 9:15, 9:30. We'll deliver this load. Still your favorite highway? Highway 14 is definitely a beautiful, beautiful drive. And we get to do a little bit of it out here on. We get an hour and a half of beautiful drive like this before we hit city driving. It won't be an hour and a half, but maybe an hour of this, and then it'll be city driving the rest of the day. 101 in California? Highway 1? 101? 101 on Highway 1, yeah, that's definitely the coast. Driving Oregon coast, Washington, Oregon, and California coastline. Yeah, those are definitely awesome highways. I don't see myself ever driving those in the big rig, but we'll drive it with our personal vehicle again someday. Columbia River there to our left-hand side. So last night I had all sorts of error messages. Well, it was one error message that lit up the whole dashboard. So I had service engine immediately light, I had traction control light, ABS light, a message on the dash that said ABS. All sorts of ABS and traction control errors. So pulled over, played with the fuses, and then it went out and hasn't come back yet. So hopefully it stays away. Yeah, it's the same error message that got us first thing on Monday morning. Monday afternoon when we picked up the truck. Same error message. And he played with the fuses, so I went and played with the fuses. But there's a different fuse than he pulled. So, I don't know. We'll see. Got some low tunnels here. I am 11 feet 8 inches tall. To be on the safe side, I really don't want to go under any tunnel that says less than 12 feet. Beautiful morning. I mean, it's cloudy and stuff, but always good to wake up on Highway 14. Excuse me. we're doing this trip along the Columbia River, I recommend taking 14 instead of the freeway in Oregon. Stick to the Washington side. We'll drive on the other side. There's waterfalls on the other side. There's some beautiful stuff on the other side to stop. Maybe we'll drive on this side and then cross a bridge to that side to visit. But yeah, as a rule, I would always drive this side. Got another dispatch. Where are we loading? Malarkey. Okay. And where are we delivering? Where? Kelowna. Okay, so I guess we're going home for the weekend, unfortunately. We were hoping to plan on staying here, right?
Mile, keep right to State Street.
$12.10. I was thinking of sleeping right here after the tunnel pullout. After the tunnel, there's a pullout here. Perfect. Okay, my brain wasn't inaccurate. It's where I thought we were going to sleep, but then I saw the big pullout.
Keep right to State Street. In 3 miles, arrive at 7189 Washington 14 on the right.
Okay, we'll get some fuel in the next town here, and then boogie on. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get home tonight. Yeah, but we should be able to get home tomorrow first thing in the morning. We're resetting time to deliver Kelowna on Monday, yeah. Because we're not going to leave till Monday early morning for Kelowna load. Well, I was kind of hoping not to be at home for the weekend. I was kind of looking forward to it. It just, that load just doesn't seem to work out for what we had planned. A little disappointed with that. Oh well, that's trucking. Plans change, you can't plan on anything. We were hoping to see family for the weekend here, but if we're loading in Portland, that's too bad. Maybe we'll have to come down here and visit on a long weekend instead. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I'll have to request a long weekend in March or something and drive down here and spend a day down in Oregon, visit family. Yeah. Just a light misting drizzle These are brights, I think. They were certainly bright. The other place I was thinking of stopping was this rest area. I'm like, but as late at night as it was, I'm like, the chances of
7189 Washington 14 on the right.
The chances of there being a spot here, you can really get one or two big rigs in here. I guess maybe three. Like the chances of there being a spot there, highly unlikely. So. Garmin's talking because I put in waypoints to make sure it took Highway 14 and not the interstate on the other side of the river.
In 400 feet, arrive at 7189 Washington 14 on the right. Continue on State Route 14.
Waterfalls in there. Don't know if I've noticed that one before. What's that? I have to tarp the malarkey load? Yeah. I've got a tarp shingles. Where in Clone are we delivering to? AFA? Oh. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Well, we'll tarp it. We don't have to use these big lumber tarps. We can use the steel tarps, but we'll tarp her. I don't know why we have to tarp shingles, but we will. They're all stored outside. They're wrapped in plastic. They're... Oh well. I get paid $70 to do it. We'll do it. In that case, I think I'll... No, I would still prefer the straps underneath. Yeah, I think I'll put the straps under the... Or should I put it over? If I put the straps over, I probably don't have to use much for bungees. Yeah, we might put the straps on top, above the tarp. Throw the tarp over, put the corners, and then the straps above the corners of the tarp. I like that idea. Big waterfall in there. That train's sitting there. Could be waiting for a school bus. I'm not sure why else they would be waiting there. School bus is a good guess. always such a fun road to go down over here. Another train sitting there. Must be a train behind us that's coming the same direction as we are. Yeah, I don't think trains sleep. I don't even know if train operators sleep. Especially in Canada, the schedule the train operators get is ridiculous. All right, we'll catch up with you after we fueled up. Raining pretty good. Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. It was just a light misting, and then all of a sudden, downpour. A lot of rocks on the shoulder as well, so the tiny shoulder that is there is covered with rocks. It's beautiful in the rain, like fog and rain and clouds and mountains and yeah. I'll stop before we start playing I Spy.
It's kind of nice to go West Coast.
This is West Coast. Yep, we've moved from the desert into the rainier section. Oh wow, big rocks. Holy smokes. That's a heck of a rock slide there. And so many small rocks. There's got to be hundreds of small, thousands of small rocks.
How many of them have been there? How many are there?
Well, they're mostly new. I don't ever remember seeing this many rocks on the shoulder. They clear them off pretty often, but I don't know if they clear them in the winter or not. There's another big one there. You can see a lot of those are fresh marks. Like I said, we're 11.8, and the lowest bridge down this section I think is 12.3, so we only have, how many inches is that? Seven inches is spare? 7 inches is spare. I was going to say 5, and then I'm like, wait, this is not the decimal system. Things go by 12s. Not really that either. They go by all sorts of whack numbers. Why do you flash their brights? You saying I have my brights on, or are you warning me that there's something ahead? Because I definitely don't have my brights on. Beautiful, the Columbia River like this in the rain. Doesn't matter what kind of weather you take this highway, it's always just so beautiful. I don't know if I'd want to take this highway where it gets slippery. I don't think it'd be a lot of fun. Another pullout here to sleep at. It's a private property, but they allow you to stop there. Definitely very magical like this in the mist going along the river. Slow down to what? What speed am I supposed to slow down to? I'm going to guess 45. Yeah, you can see the mountain range on the other side. Yep. I guess it's not really a mountain. We're in the bottom of the valley, but... Looks like a mountain and it's a mountain. Okay. We are in the mountains. That rain is slowing down. Man, I just love when scenery is like this. This is one of those most magic times of weather and time of day, and magic hour. That train blew past us when we were fueling up, so I doubt we can catch up with that because they move pretty quick.
But you were right.
I was right, there was a train behind us. We're catching up with the train. Let's race this train. I guess they slow down a bit over here. Yeah. It's just going into the tunnel. (13.3). Always reading the tunnel heights. You can see the scratch lines along the edge of the tunnel. It's like people have hit that tunnel a lot. There we go. 12.3. This is the lowest one. Here are we. I'm going to slow down a bit just to make sure you can not have to go right on the shoulder there because the line is a little further in. Yeah, lots of room. Choo choo. So we got one pusher in the back here. I don't think they got any in the center here. The railroad isn't that curvy. They need a center engine. Over the Rockies in Canada, they always need a center engine. just to keep the cars from derailing, because you're going literally looping over yourself. They do all these loop-de-loops and tight corners in BC that would definitely derail the train cars if you didn't put an engine in the center. Science and all. Yeah, he's going slower than we've had trains go here before. We've raced trains before, and we were going pretty much exactly the speed the train was going, so. Gotta be getting close to the front. It's a fairly long one. Well, it's going around the corner out there. We got a long way to go yet. I'm sorry the train is blocking the view of the river, but this is fun too. Oh, that waterfall fall is really cool. One of the closest places to trains you can travel along side by side with a train. Not very many places you have a road right beside a train track. It seems to be slowing down. I hear a lot of squeaking too, so I think the brakes have been applied. Somebody count all the cars? It's a fairly long one. You wouldn't see a long one like this in the Canadian Rockies without a center engine. At the front of it? I think we see the front of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we see the front. Two engines up front. Yeah, it's fun. Back to viewpoints again. Should have tried to make him honk at him and see if he honks. I don't know if he could even hear us. Trains are loud. Oh, open my window and pump my fist. It's raining. I know, I'm a wuss. It's raining a little harder again. Yeah, in the summer, we definitely should bring kayaks over here. Do some kayaking here, and yep. So many things we want to do. This could be a day trip, or a 2-day trip. Have set up the bed in the back of the truck. Yep, some hiking over here, yeah. Need a park pass for that hiking though, but yeah, the most expensive part of that would be the fuel coming up here. Almost hit that alligator on the road. And the rain slowed right down.
Instead of right now.
Yeah, there's a boat in the river. Small boat. Little fishing boat. Scale in half a mile. I suspect it's going to be closed. Way station closed. Surprise, surprise. I don't think I've ever seen it open. With a scale like that, if there's a truck in there, do you just bypass? Because there's only room for one truck at a scale like that.
Of a mile. Arrive at 49218 Washington 14 on the left.
And you still got a green light here on the, after the train bridge there. Green light on top and a red light on the bottom. Must be 2 lanes after this, or two tracks. Don't see 2 tracks, but there might be.
In 400 feet, arrive at 49218 Washington 14 on the left.
I don't know. I don't really understand train signals, so that's okay. Why are you laughing?
I'll tell you later.
What's that?
I'll tell you later.
Are you expecting a long comment? Someone explaining exactly what train signals mean what? I could see a couple of you guys leave a long comment. I like the long comments. Bring them on. Lots of comments. Everybody tell me. No, you don't count. You're not allowed to. You're going to. Oh, you're a dork. That barn roof is green. I don't know if it's actually a barn roof. It might be a barn. Oh yeah, house down there, completely green too. The roof is just growing with moss. Well, this is going to be enjoyable. I'm tarping this. Yippee! Maybe the rain will stop for us. Even then, everything will be wet. Oh, that's right, they built a roundabout here. It's been such a long time since I've come this way. It was still under construction the last time I came through here. Sure didn't leave a lot of room for Super Bees, did you? Really watch the mirrors, make sure you don't rub the trailer or against the guardrail or put it in the ditch. Always hit the suggested speed signs along highways like this, especially when you're in a big rig. Oh, huge waterfall in there. Vacation rentals can't be cheap along the Columbia River. Up and down, up and down. Green moss growing on everything. Yep, definitely entering the rainforest. Now I'll catch up with you guys on the other side of this town again. Yeah, I kind of see a bridge there on the left-hand side. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but That's a cool bridge. Bridge of the Gods. Toll bridge. It is a very narrow bridge. I know we wouldn't be able to bring this truck over that. Limit is what? 40 tons. No lights. No lights. But I can see the road fine. I don't need my lights on. But we frickin' can't see you. Sorry. Train car sitting there. Squirrel. It drives me nuts when people don't have their lights on. Just turn them on, day and night. Turn them on all the time. Have your lights on all the time. I can see you. I don't want to kill you because you didn't have your lights on. Don't need that on my conscience. Especially when it's overcast and you're driving into the rain and just don't understand. It's not about you seeing the road, it's about others being able to see you. Bonneville Trailhead, Bonneville Dam. We've seen some big fish in the water here. Sturgeon fish. Huge. Should darn near call them whales the size of those fish. Catch a fish that big, it'll feed the family for a year. I guess this early in the morning, just not a lot of traffic on this road. Don't have a tail yet. Get to passing lanes and nobody passes. wide shoulder, almost enough to pull over and sleep. Not quite though. School. Got orchard in the backyard. Oh, we're finally getting cars. 3 of them. I don't know if they're going to all make it before we get into the passing lane here, but hopefully they do. Come on, step on it. You can do it. There we go. So I don't want to slow down going uphill. Beautiful. Driving through the rainforest here. Still 2 corners that have always made me nervous on this highway, and they're coming up. I mean, they're high elevation, cliff straight down on one side, but that's not what makes it. They're so narrow. People come through so quick. It's like, gotta slow down. So I've seen semis going over the center line so often. It's like, slow down, guys. You need to be able to stay in your lane. Yeah, it seems like everybody's woken up all of a sudden. All of a sudden we get cars. Once we had our first car, it's just car after car after car now. I had to say something. Why did it jinx us? It's 8:40. Everybody's trying to get to work for 9. Parking ride up here that I thought perhaps the Super B could get into, but I'm not sure. I would not try that during the day. Maybe at night I might be willing to give it a try, take a look up there. Pull over, put 4-way flashers on, take a quick walk up there. Make sure I can get in there. Not in the actual parking ride, but beside it there's a big gravel area. It's like, could possibly get a Super B in there. But it's hard to tell on Google Maps. You could totally sleep in that pole out there. Approaching our corner, I think. just so beautiful with the tree canopy and the viewpoints out to the left-hand side. Just gorgeous. Yeah, these curves right here. It's really narrow. Because there's a bridge up here in the top of the mountain. You see people flying through here at full speed. It's like, no thank you. That bridge there is just so narrow. No room for error. Well guys, we got our hour and 15 minutes or so. By the time we're off of this here, we're going into the city now, so got some fun driving in first thing today morning. And once we're loaded, we'll be coming back this way, so we'll get some more fun driving in. Don't know how far back we'll make it, but I mean, we could make it home, who knows, but I suspect we're not going to make it home today. Especially since I have to untarp and then again tarp the other load, so that's okay. Get paid extra for that. And even if we get home early tomorrow morning, we're not going to leave till Monday early, probably at 4:35 in the morning. Yeah, we'll be a zombie. Make sure we go to bed early. Slow it right down and let everybody go. It's not a very long shoulder lane here. There's only 4 of them. Okay. Apparently 5. He didn't want to be the leader. If he knows he's not going to be going as fast as everybody else, why not? Anyway, guys, that's a sharp corner. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed Highway 14. And we'll see you guys on Monday.